Good afternoon. The family of Ellie Edwards, who was shot dead as she celebrated Christmas Eve, have paid an emotional tribute to her. A statement written by her father described the 26-year-old as a bright star who had big plans for the future. Her family are also pleading for more people to come forward after Merseyside police released 2 suspects. Kelly Foran is in Liverpool.
Well, Ellie's family, understandably, still too upset to talk about this. So in the last hour or so, Merseyside police have read an emotional statement on behalf of her father, Tim, who said that the 26-year-old's laughter was infectious and that her life was only just getting started.
She loved life and had so many amazing plans for the future. She was only just getting started. Christmas and our family will never be the same again without her. She was the glue that held this big family together.
2 people have been released from custody. The murder suspect has been recalled to prison on licence. A woman has been bailed and a further man is still being questioned by the police, who say they're doing all they can.
These people don't deserve to be walking our streets. They don't deserve to be protected. They belong in prison. Guns have no place on the streets of Merseyside, and we're dedicated to getting weapons off the streets. Silence is never an option.
Silence not an option, they say, and Merseyside police say it's more important than ever before that people come forward with any information about this crime.
Kelly, thank you. Football fans around the world are celebrating the life of Pele this lunchtime after the death of the Brazilian football legend. The 3-time World Cup winner died yesterday, having been in hospital in Sao Paulo since late November. Landmarks and stadiums in Brazil have been lit up, and as Martha Fairley reports, the country begins 3 days of national mourning.
In honour of their country's greatest footballer, Brazil's iconic landmark, Christ the Redeemer, was lit up in yellow and green. A tribute to Pele ahead of the start of 3 days of national mourning. Rio de Janeiro's Maracanã Stadium was illuminated with a ring of golden light. A whole country now grieving the loss of their footballing king.
He is part of the history of Brazilian football and will go on being a part of our history, like Maradona did in Argentina.
Brazilians will be very sad, that's for sure. He's an icon of our history. He presented Brazilian football to the world, so we will miss him.
It really is a big loss for the country, but he's definitely playing football up in heaven.
The only player to ever win the World Cup 3 times, Pele was an inspiration to generations of footballers throughout his lifetime.
He was a great man as well as a great player. Incredible icon and one of the greatest without a doubt, so sad day for football.
Pele was named Footballer of the Century in the year 2000 by FIFA, and at their headquarters in Zurich the flags are flying at half-mast as tributes continue to be paid the world over for the man who changed football forever. Martha Fairley, ITV News.
The fashion world has been remembering the pioneering British designer Dame Vivienne Westwood, who made her name with her controversial punk and new wave style in the 1970s. She died peacefully in London yesterday, aged 81. Graham Stothard looks back at the rise of the fashion icon, who brought her environmental activism to the catwalk.
She was a household name that shifted, bent, and ultimately broke the rules and boundaries of fashion. Forged in the fires of 70s counterculture, Vivienne Westwood helped bring punk to the mainstream. Born in Derbyshire in 1941, she went from an upstart fashion designer to a global megastar. She received an OBE in 1992 for services to her industry. To many, she was the queen of British fashion. To others, a campaigner who spoke passionately on causes she cared for.
The rainforest is a quarter of our breath.
Believing everyone had a role to play in creating a better future.
I like to think that the life that's going on forever, that I'm actually contributing to it. It's part of the Tao, it's part of the path. And so, you know, whatever you do that's positive is becoming part of the spirit of the whole cosmos. That's how I like to think of it.
It's a philosophy she and her work encapsulate well. Hers is a legacy that will stretch through generations.
Vivienne Westwood, who died yesterday. In other news, an inquest into the deaths of 10 people who died in an explosion at a block of flats in Jersey has opened and adjourned today. The explosion happened in Jersey's capital, St Helier, earlier this month. Police continue to investigate the cause of the blast. And the Birmingham nightclub that was the site of a fatal stabbing on Boxing Day has had its licence suspended while the council reviews whether it should be permanently closed. Police said there had been serious management failings at Crane nightclub after 23-year-old Cody Fisher was attacked. And finally, NASA scientists have joined Pele fans to honour the footballing legend. They've released this photo of a spiral galaxy with the colours of the Brazilian flag. The constellation sculptor is packed with yellow, green and blue stars. It was named in the 1700s, but this photo was re-released yesterday with the words, "The King of the Beautiful Game." That's it this lunchtime. Julie will be here with the evening news at 6:45. The news where you are follows the national weather. From everyone here, bye-bye.